Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are playing Sick, and for our character traits we have plus 12 max HP, plus 25% lifesteal, and then we have the negative effect of minus 100 HP regeneration, and you take 1 damage per second. So this just means that we want to use weapons that do a lot of instances of damage, right? They attack really quickly, or they hit multiple things, right? So we have a lot more chances to get lifesteal healing. And this way we won't have to take any more lifesteal, any more HP regen, and we won't even really need much max HP, right? In my opinion, out of all of these weapons, by far the strongest is the SMG. And that is because if you look, the SMG's attack rate is extremely high compared to everything else, right? You can see all of these other things, 0.8, 0.8, 0.7, right? They're all much higher than the SMG. So I think this is Six's favorite starting weapon. You definitely can work with other things, but if we're just talking about the starting weapons like I normally do, right, then SMG by far the best. Yeah, I don't think there's any competition here. And this is an interesting character because just like the Gladiator, his starting stats, also we would like some damage here. Okay, range damage, perfect. Yeah, his starting stats um, are very good at the start of the run, right? Because they're just immediate benefits, right? Plus 12 max HP, plus 25% lifesteal. There's no scaling there, technically. Lifesteal does scale very well, of course. The more attack speed you have, the better your lifesteal becomes. But there's not any actual scaling there, right? Like it's not plus 25% lifesteal gained, something like that, right? Where it'll help you get to 100% more easily. It's just a raw stat, just like with the Gladiator. So, or similar to the Gladiator, right? So Gladiator gets attack speed and melee damage. Here we're getting max HP and lifesteal. But basically it just means that since you get so much upfront benefit, this character tends to be really good in its 20 wave run because you start out with those really high increased stats, right? And again, we're going to take more range damage here. And we are going to not roll actually. If we roll, we will see two weapons, and they have a very high chance to be an SMG. But because SMGs are so expensive, and I really do want to buy these two items, I'm just going to go ahead and save my money. So we won't worry too much about, upgrading our SMGs or finding 6 immediately. Another thing is, unlike other weapons, the SMG, the gun weapon bonus is just plus range, which means we're not really getting anything super valuable from our weapon bonus. So getting 6 guns right away doesn't really, or 6 SMGs right away, doesn't really impact our game that much, right? It's not like other characters where maybe you really want some crit chance, or you really want to upgrade your weapons. Again, we're taking more range damage. Attack speed could also be good. Attack speed and damage percent could both be okay. I would take them more or less evenly. Crit chance, not so much. We only have 50% crit chance scaling, so I would not take that unless it was the only real option, yeah? And yeah, we just rolled once, right? Look, we're just gonna leave the SMG and glasses locked. We can buy those next round. And I'm just kind of zooming through these early waves, right? These early waves are not super difficult. And the SMG, something nice about it is it does also have very good scaling. The one single thing I'd say is a little bit of an issue is that if you don't get piercing rounds, you don't get a sharp bullet, the item, right? The sharp bullet item or a bandana, which both give you +1 piercing, then it can be pretty difficult to clear out some of the later waves. Some of the later waves have so many small monsters, it becomes almost impossible to clear them out without piercing. Yeah, we're looking for damage stats, but not crit chance. Attack speed is perfectly fine. Again, we don't really want crit chance. Let's go ahead and skip that. Ranged damage, okay? We definitely want more range damage before we start getting more attack speed and damage percent. Though in this case, head injury is a nice upgrade. I'll go ahead and buy both of these and reroll. Another SMG, go ahead and lock that. And we will do... Actually, should I buy the mutation? I think this is actually worth it, to be honest. I would say I don't really value knockback. I think +1 range damage is actually pretty good here. So I will actually go ahead and lock that and just continue going. Yeah. And yeah, again, since the SMG is really expensive of a weapon, that is one of the other drawbacks. It's really expensive, and you kind of need piercing for the later rounds. since your bullets will hit one enemy and then that's it, right? They stop. So you can have really high single target damage. And you can also kill really tanky enemies easily. But you can get overwhelmed by just raw numbers. So you do have to take a lot of damage to compensate. Just because you won't always get piercing, right? Sometimes you just get a little unlucky and you don't get any piercing. Yeah. Beanie, we'll go ahead and take this as well. And damage percent. We don't want crit chance again, right? No crit chance. Crit chance for damage percent is not worth it. Damage percent is good. Life steals we don't really need. But 6% damage is kind of worth it, to be honest. Plus, a little bit more lifesteal won't hurt us, but we definitely don't want to waste too much of our money upgrading our lifesteal when we already have 25%. That's more than enough for the entire run. We really don't need any more healing. And you can see these waves are pretty easy. We're just taking a ton of range damage, attack speed, damage percent, right? So all of these enemies should be falling super quickly, and you should not be struggling with any of these waves. You can see no enemy has even really gotten close to me yet. The only thing is the flies, the ones that shoot out projectiles when you hit them with a projectile. They are obviously, yeah, shooting out a bunch of projectiles. That's the only thing that's come close to hitting us, so yeah, very safe on this character in the early game. More damage percent is good. We want another damage percent. Okay, or range damage, yeah, some damage upgrade, right? I would have taken attack speed, range damage, and damage percent. These are the three main stats we're looking for. Similar to the ritual, this gives us 2 ranged in exchange for 3% speed. So kind of like the mutation, right? The middle stat is not really useful for us, but range damage is so important, we are taking it. And we'll actually reroll one more time here. Don't really want any of these, so let's just continue going. Yeah, this character is quite simple, since he does have the like negative 100 HP regen, so you should never take HP regen. But the thing is, since you have so much life steal to start with, you shouldn't take any healing in general, and even max HP you don't really want to take. Because you can see here I'm sitting at 33 max HP on wave 7. I have not taken a single max HP item or upgrade. You can take a little bit of max HP to get yourself up, you know, closer to maybe 50-ish. I think 50 max HP or so is quite good. But realistically, you just need those 3 damage stats that I said, range damage being the most important to start. But any high value range upgrades and items are going to be really good for you. We don't need this. Attack speed, perfect example. It's a tier 2, we're just going to go ahead and take it. We won't complain about that. And we don't need anything here. Another SMG, a butterfly. We do not need this, okay? So you can say like, oh, this is really nice, right? We don't need elemental damage. We can just go ahead and take this. No, no, no. You don't want to waste your money. As you can see, a tier 2 SMG almost costs the same as this butterfly. You do not want to waste your money buying more lifesteal that you don't need. Same thing here, right? The bat, you don't need that. Go ahead and skip it. I will actually buy the tree. The tree is kind of fun and it's quite cheap, right? 30 materials. We are not going to reroll again. We don't have a ton of money. And yeah, this character is really simple. You just only focus on getting those damage stats. You are very tanky with your 34 max health, right? You will be around. You should be doing around about as well as I am, as long as you're taking only, 95% damage stats in your early waves. We got a tree spawn, and oh look, we actually got rewarded immediately. So we bought the tree item for 30 materials, and we immediately got an item from the tree. So we'll say that's good luck for believing in the tree. And I do skip the tree a lot, but it isn't actually bad at all. It can be quite good, if anything. It's just that it's not really super necessary, but I do think it is really efficient. The tree is super cheap, and since you do have a 1 in 5 base chance of finding loot crates from trees, it can pay itself off, really, really quickly. Like in this case, we spent about 30 on the tree, and we can instantly recycle this for 24, and this for 11, and we pretty much already made back that money we spent on the tree. And yeah, we could take armor, right? We could, but I don't want to. I want more damage stats here. So if we're looking for range damage, attack speed, or... Okay, so we got attack speed, we'll just go ahead and take that. Damage percent would have been good as well. Similar thing here. We are looking for more damage, not range, not crit chance, damage percent, attack speed. So there's definitely a calculator that you could use to check which one is better. But in this case, I'm actually just going to take the 2 armor because we have 0, and this will get us up to 2. So 12% damage reduction for us. Baby Gecko, we'll go ahead and take. Getting a little bit of range is nice, and I also just love the Baby Gecko. I say this almost every video, I think. Anytime I see this item, I pretty much take it. I just love being able to attract materials like this. Yeah, so this is not worth it. It's really expensive. We also don't really want crit chance, like I said. Just go ahead and get more roll damage stats. Reroll a little bit more. Plus 2 range damage and plus range. We will go ahead and take this. We lose a tiny bit of attack speed. That is okay. Attack speed is also one of the stats where the more you get of it, the less effective it kind of becomes. So at some point you definitely don't really need any more attack speed. I'd say even once you get to, you know, it kind of depends though, in a sense, because damage percent is similar, right? If you deal 10 damage and you get 100% damage percent, then you will start dealing 20 damage per hit, right? And then, but if you get another 100% damage percent, you will still only deal 10 more damage per hit, right? So you'll go from 10 to 20 to 30. So then at that point, getting more attack speed is better, no matter what. So it is just a sort of math question, but basically you can kind of see it as like 1-to-1. If I have 100% damage percent, I'd probably like to have around 100% attack speed. And then at that point, usually critical strike becomes better. But since we only have plus 50% critical damage, critical strike is not great for us. The Lost Duck, on the other hand, is great for us. It recycles for almost nothing, but I think this is an S tier item, so I'm definitely taking that. And a tier 2 damage upgrade we will take. Okay, very nice. We finally found Piercing. This is a tier 1 item, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. You will find this in the majority of your games, okay? You will even find this on characters where you're not even playing ranged weapons or piercing weapons that can pierce. But when you do find it, you should buy it. You only really lose 5% damage because the piercing is sort of a fake loss or fake negative effect because you don't even have piercing until you buy the item. So even if we're losing 30% or 20% piercing damage, well, we didn't have any piercing damage, so we still gained 30% overall, right? And yeah, we don't need any of this. We're gonna skip. Coffee, super good value, 10% attack speed for only 2% damage lost. Hunting trophy would be nice, but we have 0 crit chance, of course. Can't take that. And we can reroll a bit more still. Okay, gentle alien is nice. Plus damage percent, plus enemies. Means we get to farm more enemies. And we can also take some range. And the snail. I always vouch for the snail. I will always vouch for the snail. Okay. And we can do one more reroll. It's still only 14. It's not too bad. Okay, now we don't really want to reroll anymore. And you can see we have all tier 2 weapons at wave 10. That's pretty good. We don't really need anything better than that. Of course, we will be getting them to tier 3 if we can. But pretty much anything that gives us damage percent, attack speed, or range damage is going to be nice. Any items, upgrades that give those 3 stats are what we want right now. And then upgrading our weapons is just another easy way to get more damage. And you can see the piercing damage, we're only dealing 5 from the piercing bullets. But we can get that up by finding some pumpkins. Pumpkins give you increased piercing damage. And you only lose a tiny bit of damage percent. So if we find some pumpkins, we'll definitely be buying those. That is pretty much the only way to boost your piercing damage though. Okay, I see a loot goblin here. Go ahead and take that out. Yeah, perfect, right? You can see our damage is doing really well. We're not really in any struggle. We don't care about knockback, so I'm actually going to take this. Plus 4% lifesteal, it's okay. Dangerous Bunny will definitely make you more than 17 materials. You should take it if you find it like this. Range damage overall is best compared to attack speed and damage percent. We're going to go ahead and reroll. Recycling machine. Okay, so since we did take the tree, which increases our chances to find more loot crates, this also becomes more valuable. But even if we didn't have anything to help the recycling machine, if it's even before wave 17, I would probably always buy this. Maybe even on wave 17, I would still buy this. And we found some more SMGs. We can go ahead and combine two of ours and reroll again. Okay, we got another SMG, and we have another one here. We can't actually afford it. We will be buying the Lost Duck. This does cost 60 materials for only luck, right? But luck is a really valuable stat. It's a little difficult to explain, but when you go from 0 luck to, let's say, 100%, you can always... It pretty much doubles your chance of finding higher rarity items, and also finding higher rarity upgrades, stat upgrades. So luck is actually really, really powerful stat. And getting Lost Ducks and propeller hats and some other items that give you luck, like the Shady Potion, for example. Shady Potion, also very good on Sick, because you lose HP regen, which you don't care about on this character. But just in general, I'd say 95% of the characters love the propeller hat, the Lost Duck, and the Shady Potion. Just boosting your luck will, early on especially, will pay itself off very, very easily. So we just spent 60 on a Lost Duck. That 8 luck is going to be worthwhile very quickly, yeah. It probably won't even take 2 rounds for it to sort of be worth the 60 materials we spent on it. And yeah, easy enough. I didn't really say anything. We were against, you know, an easy boss, no problems. Okay, so I did say we don't really need crit chance. However, if we get offered it for free like this, alongside 50 range, and we only need to trade a tiny bit of our tankiness, you should take this, right? This is really, really good. It's just more damage. You don't need the armor and HP that much. However, in this case, I will take +2 armor over +2 range damage, because we already have a lot of range damage. And then here we have the lowest stat that we have out of the 3 we are going for is attack speed, so we will take the attack speed. And then we're going to go ahead and buy the SMG, the lens for more range damage. You only lose a tiny bit of range, super worth. Baby Gecko, because I love the item. You can skip the Baby Gecko. It's not, you know, the most valuable item to buy, but it just, like I would say this, it makes me happy to buy, so I'm going to buy it. And then we also have damage percent here on Ritual, and a coupon, and I would say that is it. We're not going to get anything else. Gummy Berserker can be very good, but I personally don't think it's worthwhile. Losing 1 armor is, in my opinion, not equal to gaining 5% attack speed and 25 range. I don't think that's a fair trade. I find range is not that important. So it could, for me, it basically feels like I'm trading 5% attack speed for 1 armor, and that's just a 1-to-1 trade. That's not good business, right? We want to take items that the negative the negative effects don't really matter. Like the Lost Duck, right? +8 luck, -1 elemental damage. That's great. I don't care about elemental damage. It's only benefiting me, right? So I don't like the Gummer Berserker. That is why I won't take it normally, in case people are wondering, because I'm sure some people do like the item. And yeah, I said this in my last video as well, but if you guys have any, I'm interested in you guys' personal strategies. So sort of, this is how I play Sick. This is what I think is the easiest way, most effective way to play Sick. But if you guys play very differently than me, I'd be really interested to hear how you guys do play. Yeah, we got some more range damage, definitely taking that over the other stats here. We can take some speed for range. Again, we have so much range, and we're going to keep taking more scopes, baby geckos, right? Glasses. So we will be getting more range, just naturally by playing the game. Another gentle alien is great, damage percent, ritual damage percent, this one range damage. We're going to buy all of these and then just keep moving. Yeah, right. So like I said, Sick is one of the easier characters in the series, right? So we are going to be playing every single character, and we did actually get through the first row of characters. Sick is the first character in the second row, so we are getting through them slowly but surely. Eventually, I will have one video on every single character. And then I will also be uploading DLC content when I have the chance. I will say though, if anyone likes watching my TFT videos, I am going to be posting, I think 2 or maybe from 2 to 4 TFT videos weekly. I'm planning on trying to do that. Starting very soon, because the new TFT set's actually coming out this Wednesday. Today is I think it's the 17th, and the 20th is when the set comes out, and that would be Wednesday. But yeah, if anyone's interested, you can look forward to that as well. But I will still be posting Brotato videos 5 a week, of course. And like I said, I will be trying to post DLC content starting soon. We actually have 5 loot crates. Okay, it's kind of crazy. Scar is definitely early enough to take this. This is just damage percent. This we can't really utilize. We could take advantage of it. It's currently nerfing us, but you know what? I will take it. We can get up to 20% speed, and then it'll also end up giving us 18% more damage if we do that. The lure is nice. 2 loot aliens means we get 2 crates, which means we can use our recycling machine a little bit more effectively. Alien Eye is also good. Tier 1 upgrades on Wave 13 is not good. We should be getting something much better than this. Range. Sure, we'll take a little bit of range. I think 200 is already kind of overkill. We'll take it. And again, I said with this, you don't have to think too hard about the math. Basically, you can kind of just see it as 1-to-1, right? So currently, we have 48% attack speed and 61% damage. We can make them a bit more even, right? 59, 58. If you're having a difficult time deciding which stat to take, then you can just do it like that. Yeah, easy enough. This gives us range damage and crit, which we can take. Crit might not be the best stat for us because it's not as effective on SMGs, but range damage comes along with it, so we will take it in that case. The mouse, same thing as the gentle alien, plus enemies is really worth it. Okay, even though this is expensive, 132 materials, it will also pay itself off really quickly. So that's definitely a good investment for us, basically. The harvesting is not going to matter if the mouse actually spawns an additional, 50 enemies in a wave. That's already paying us back half of the mouse's value, pretty much. So it definitely pays itself off really quickly. Yeah, again, it's kind of difficult to explain anything in detail on Sick, because like I said, his starting stats are really overloaded. You just have so much lifesteal and max HP. You're so safe from the very start of the run. All you have to do is take damage, and you should be moving along really smoothly, really easily. None of the waves should really feel difficult, in my opinion. Maybe the bosses might be a little difficult. All I can say is, you have to think about the boss's mechanics and play accordingly. Yep. This is interesting. So you could recycle this for 130. I think the plus XP gained is definitely worth it, so I am going to take it here. This is not, right? We don't need that. We also don't need more lifesteal. I already said this, we have 40% lifesteal. We do not need this. We can go ahead and skip it. I'd like a tier 3 damage upgrade. Okay, we'll take range in this case. I think it's kind of like a damage upgrade. Then we get another mouse, SMG upgrade, and we can take more speed. Remember, we took the power generator, so speed also gives us damage percent. And we can reroll and get another SMG. And I just said this right, speed gives us damage percent. Though the luck lost, I don't really want to take this. It's a little too early to lose our luck. Lifesteal dodge, interesting. So we could get a more of these stats, but we don't need them. I'll reroll one more time. Okay, another bait is good. Wings. Okay, this is much better than the shark fin because we only lose elemental damage, which we don't need anyways. And we also don't need lifesteal. So the wings are much better for our character. We just get speed, and we also get speed plus we get the range. This is the Rhino, by the way, guys. He will do in his second phase. He does a short charge, and then he shoots out a like sort of crisscross of projectiles behind himself. And you just play it like how I did just now, right? You just let him start his animation, and then move around behind him, and then just kite a little bit to move around behind him, kind of like this. And something you can do against him is stand against the wall. You can kind of do this, and then he'll charge into the wall, and then you move down, he'll charge into this wall, and you can kind of move back and forth, like that, until you kill him, of course. If you can't kill him quickly enough, then you should be running away a bit more. And you can actually outrun this boss, the Rhino, if you have enough speed. You can get enough distance from him that he stops charging at you. But that is, of course, only if you have the speed to outrun him. Okay. We just saw a cape in the last shop, now we're seeing another one. I'm just going to go ahead and skip this. It gives us a lot of materials, and we lose damage, which I don't like. This we can take. It's Interesting though, it's a little bit late, but we will take it. Then reroll for a tier 3 upgrade potentially. One of these two, right? In this case, I'm going to take a bit of armor. Attack speed could be good, but this will just make us really safe, right? 29% damage reduction. And here we will actually take some crit chance. We're getting close to that 100% attack speed and damage percent, so taking crit chance can be a little bit more valuable. And then wings will give us more damage percent as well. Super good for us. Oh, interesting. We finally found Baby with a beard. This, I always say, is one of the strongest items for ranged characters in the game. You just get a massive damage boost from taking this. I'd say on like any character, at least I've said it on every character that I've played, that if this item would be good or not. On this character with this strategy, this is definitely great. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. Another SMG upgrade. And now we can actually take some crit chance in exchange for armor. We lose 4% damage reduction, that's fine. I think 5 armor is a really good spot when you're playing a character that doesn't revolve around being tanky anyways. Just having 5 armor is really good, that's plenty. If anything, I'd say, you know, if we get another 10 health, that would make us safer than another maybe 2 or 3 armor, so... wave 16 here is very easy. There's nothing special really about this wave. You can see we are wiping everything out really quickly. That's not actually thanks to Baby with a beard. I'd say it's more thanks to just having insane base damage at this point. We are critting for 60 with our tier 3 SMGs, I believe. And I'm pretty sure I just saw a crit for 94. I think that is our tier 4 SMG damage. So we do have a lot of damage. We have plenty of damage, enough to win this run easily at this point. But we are just trying to clear out as much as we can to get more money. Maybe elephants, go ahead and skip that. We don't need it. A tier 2 upgrade on wave 16, I'd rather take a tier 3 or higher. But we don't need this. Damage percent, okay? We do want that. And then again, speed gives us damage percent, so we will actually take this clockwork. This is an interesting item. We could take it, but we are actually clearing out enemies so quickly, it's kind of a little awkward to take. Ritual, more damage. Alienize, more damage. Dangerous Bunny, free reroll, why not? And another baby gecko. Actually 3 out of 4, we're getting closer, we just need one more. And I could have bought the scar here, I should have, of course, over the baby gecko. I could have just locked the baby gecko if I really wanted it. It's completely fine. The run is already won at this point. There is no need to really stress out about what I'm taking. At this point in the run, you would really just want to get more damage, if anything. Just more damage. You can kill those final bosses really quickly before the enemies start ramping up in the final wave. You can see even the pursuers are getting dropped really fast. Even when they're buffed up, they are still getting killed really quickly. So yeah, the only thing that would make us much safer now is some max HP upgrades. That could help us quite a bit. A lot more than armor will help us. And we also don't really need more speed. Though we could take it because it also gives us damage percent because of the power generator item. Yeah, we're just going to be looking out for more crit chance upgrades, attack speed upgrades, and maybe max HP. Nah, that's pretty much it. Easy enough again. We have 3 out of 3 dangerous bunnies, okay. I recycle this. For armor, we will take though. There's a tier 4 upgrade, we're just going to go ahead and take that. We want a tier 3 upgrade if possible. Like range damage, we'll go ahead and take that, okay? And Scar plus the SMG upgrade. Another wings, okay. Oh, and we finally found a bandana, okay? So this is one of the items, right? We got the sharp bullet this run. It's a lot easier to find, it's a tier 1 item. But if you don't have piercing and you find this early on, before you even find a sharp bullet, then you can definitely take the bandana as your piercing item. It also is better for piercing, right? Because you don't lose piercing damage from buying it. You just lose another 5% damage compared to the sharp bullet. We'll also be taking the wings. More range plus speed gives us attack speed, or sorry, gives us damage percent. We do not need to have 2 piercing on our weapons. We're going to go ahead and skip the bandana. Cyclops Swarm is good, but first we're going to take a propeller hat. Even though it's really late in the run, that 10 luck is probably still going to be worthwhile. Okay, we're against the Mantis. You can see he sort of does this like circular shooting out things, and then when he mutates, he sort of dashes and then puts slashes through where he dashed. So he's pretty easy to dodge. You just move to the side when he charges, get behind him, let him charge again, get behind him, right? Super simple. I don't think any of the bosses would be an issue for us right now. We have so much range, you can see we're actually shooting so far that the end of our bullet range is pretty much off screen for ourselves. At least when we shoot up and down, we can't see how far our bullets are going sometimes. So range is definitely helpful. It's just that you don't want to be actively taking it over damage stats. If it comes around, it's very nice to take, right? The glasses, the baby gecko, they're convenient, so we take them. Yeah, we just ended up with almost 300 range, I believe, at this point, right? We're getting close. And okay, here, minus dodge we don't care about, minus harvesting we don't care about. We actually do take this. 12% damage and 6% attack speed is great. We want another tier 3. Okay, we don't really need more armor. This is really overkill. We would like more damage. Oh, okay, they really want to give us armor. You know what? I'll just go ahead and take it to make it simple. We'll get some more damage here, though, of course. And let's keep looking. Oh, also, I just skipped the, what was it called? The blood item, the harvesting item. It makes you take 1 damage per second. So you would actually take 2 damage per second if you took that. But at this point, we could easily out-heal that. It would give us 40 harvesting. Of course, it's way too late for that. But if you find that in the early shops, you can actually take it. And it can be pretty good for helping you get more money. Get a bait for some damage percent. And some more speed also gives us damage percent, so we're definitely taking that. And yeah, that's it. Just continue on. And you can see our weapons aren't even really fully upgraded, right? So we have a tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1 in our inventory. Yet we're still easily clearing out this run. Like I said, that's just because it's kind of similar to the Gladiator. Sig has really overloaded base stats. Because you don't get modifications, right? You just get a raw 12 max HP and 25% lifesteal. So any character that gives you a ton of base stats for free tends to be really strong in these 20 wave runs that we're doing on difficulty 5. So we might not have as insane scaling as certain other characters, but I'd say lifesteal has really good scaling regardless. It's just that since if you play long enough, you can actually cap out your lifesteal naturally, right? Just by buying it and upgrading your lifesteal with upgrades. So that's why Stick is so good in short runs rather than long runs. Because his passive is kind of replaceable eventually. If you have a better passive than what we do have, yeah? We would like some attack speed or crit chance at this point. Okay, attack speed. And another tier 3 upgrade would be good here. Okay, well, we can just take this. So we never found a really, like, even a tier 3 max HP upgrade. We would have probably taken one at some point. I think 60 health is so safe. Plus 10 plus armor is also ridiculously safe. If you're plus 10 armor and also 60 or 50 max HP, you should be really safe. And just as I say that, we do not need 12 armor, so I'm going to go and take some crit chance just to give us some more damage. Injection, same thing, we don't need 60 max health. We might as well take some more damage. And crit chance, I think at this point is worth more than 3% damage. Speed also gives us damage percent because of our generator. Another SMG upgrade, another damage percent upgrade, one more reroll, SMG upgrade, and we are done. Last reroll and we're broke, right? Another baby with a beard. We could have bought that if we had a chance. So we started hitting the boss at 89 seconds. Let's see how long this takes. Okay, so we actually don't have a ton of damage. We're taking a long time to kill us. It took about 9 seconds to kill. Now we're hitting the second boss here, right? How long is this going to take? Also about 9 seconds. So yeah, doing full DPS on the boss took about 9 seconds to kill each of them. So yeah, that is the Sick. I hope you guys enjoyed. And we can look at the stats really quickly. Let's see, we have a Dangerous Bunny times 3, saved us 196 materials. Recycling Machine, 308. Coupon, 204. The Power Generator gives 39% damage. And yeah, that's it. We don't have any other stats in here, right? Yeah, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time, we will be playing the Farmer. So if you enjoyed this or you have a question or anything, you know, you can leave a comment and maybe like and subscribe, please. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, we'll play the Farmer next run. Okay, appreciate you guys. That's it for now. Goodbye. Bye bye.